Hey guys, so I have just quick story for you guys today. Our family has been hit really hard the last 4 weeks, and we have just been really suffering with back-to-back just flu, stomach flu, sinus infections, pneumonia. So there's been a few things that have happened over the last couple weeks that have just absolutely just brought me to tears and just thankfulness. And it is just living proof example that God can love us so dearly through other people in our lives. I mean, it has just been remarkable how other people who are just in tune with the Holy Spirit go out of their way and just love us. So last week, I mean, I was in the pits with all of my kids sick. I wasn't feeling well, and my girlfriend texts me and she's like, hey, are you home? And I said, I am. She showed up on my doorstep with a hot coffee in the afternoon of like my favorite drink. She had her 2 little kids in the car. They were crying, they wanted to get out, and she went out of our way in like the worst time of the day in the afternoon to just bring me a coffee. It was just such a simple act of kindness. But I know as a mom how much work that she thought in her head. Ashlyn's, homesick with her kids. I'm gonna load my 2 kids and baby in the car, drive all the way down. She didn't get anything for herself. Drive all the way back to my house, knock on my door, and surprise me with something that is so small, but to me just made me feel so loved and so taken care of. And it was almost like God saying, like, I know you're struggling, but like, I have you. And then fast forward a couple days later, somebody who is a friend, but I really don't know very well, she texts me. She didn't even have my number. She must have gotten it from a mutual friend. And she said on Saturday, we were knee deep in like dust and construction, and Beckham was just diagnosed with pneumonia. And I mean, it was just like, Lord, when is this all gonna end? She, no joke, texted me at 4:30 and she said, and I could cry, I'm heading over to your house right now. I have dinner for you. And if you don't want to eat it tonight, just stick it in the fridge and eat it tomorrow. I hope it's delicious. And I was absolutely floored again by the kindness of like a stranger who like isn't even like in my inner circle, that she would go out of her way and make this not only just like dinner, but a delicious like prosciutto, pesto, wrapped pork loin with this like fresh salad and rice pilaf and strawberries and homemade brownies. I mean, you guys, I cannot make this up. So she shows up at my door, I open it, and I immediately start crying because it's so like humbling, and it's hard to accept. And she didn't ask me, can I bring you dinner? She just straight up showed up with dinner. And I think God is just teaching me how much He loves His children, that He's looking out for us, that He gives us community, and He gives us people that are like literally the hands and feet of Jesus. They were sensitive. The key is they were sensitive to His promptings. When I came to their mind, they acted on it. And it's one thing to like reach out to people and say, let me know if I can do anything for you. And I do this all the time. And I truly mean it. I would do anything for them. But it's another step to just do it. And it reminds me of that book by Bob Goff that is Love Does. Love just shows up. Showing up for people when they are at their weak moments is, gosh, it has to be one of the most beautiful gifts and acts of service I have ever had accepted. So Valentine's Day is 2 days away, and it's all great and it's awesome. But what I wanted to talk about today was just love. And like true Christ-like love, guys. That is like what life is about. It is reaching down, it's pulling people out of their pit and just saying, I hear you, I'm with you. And I'm encouraging myself after this last week. I needed that encouragement, and I thought maybe you could too. Just be love. Like show up in people's lives. Nothing speaks louder than Christ's love than just showing up. And I am 100% convinced of that. So I just wanted to share this verse that really spoke to me. This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down His life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers. If anyone has material possessions and sees his brother in need but has no pity on him, how can the love of God be in him? This is the part I love. Dear children, let us not love with words or tongue, but with actions and truth. That is like so what happened to me. Secondly, John 13, 34 through 35. So now I am giving you a new commandment. Love each other just as I have loved you. You should love each other. Your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples. Isn't that beautiful? Your love for one another will prove to the world that you are disciples. Those people that have just loved to me, like, prove to me that, gosh, they are in tune with Jesus. It's humbling, it's hard to receive, but it is so powerful. And I wanted to encourage you guys to do the same, to be sensitive to the Lord's promptings, to love big, to just show up for people, whether that be a meal or a coffee or just picking their kids up from school. Note of encouragement. Just show up in people's lives, and there is nothing that speaks more love than that. So thanks for listening today. Hope you guys got a little nugget of truth there. Just be blessed and go be a blessing to others. Bye, guys.